Okay, CP, all you gotta do is make this look sexy. Greetings, fans. CP Dart is here, and I'm not that CP from Knicks Fan TV. Let's get that first thing corrected. CP from Knicks Fan TV is nothing but a hack. I have been the original OG CP since 1976. Let's get that right. So if you're here for CP from Knicks Fan TV, you're sadly mistaken. He has 40,000 subscribers. I have 40. Well, hopefully after this we'll, get that up, a little bit better. So last night, the game between the Orlando Magic and the New York Knicks. New York Knicks took care of business the first half. Orlando came out the second half, tried to make it a little bit more interesting. Now, Orlando Magic is a young team. I believe they have like 9 players under 23. Last night, it was one of those games where you asked yourself, what kind of Knicks team was going to show up? Was it going to be the Knicks team of last year where a bad Orlando team was going to keep them in the game? It was going to maybe go into an overtime. Maybe the team was going to come back in the third quarter to tie the game or take the lead, and the Knicks were going to edge it out? Or was it the true New York Knicks team that we believe from the offseason had improved offensively? To my surprise, and I believe many Knicks fans, they handled business, blowing out the Orlando Magic from the start. Now, the Orlando Magic came back in the second half with a lot of pride, and they made it, can't say interesting, because I think they got within 19 points after losing by 30. Everyone's contributed. We seen flashes from Obi that he's taking the next step in his confidence. Julius was Julius, of course. We got contributions from the bench, Immanuel Quickly, Alec Burke. We've seen a lot from Evan Fournier. This seems like his revenge game, so shout out to the new French Prince. I can't believe I said that. Speaking of Immanuel Quickly has been struggling, in my opinion, since the Summer League. It seems like the Knicks are trying to make him into a bona fide point guard instead of Immanuel Quickly. Immanuel Quickly needs to just be Immanuel Quickly. Let's just be honest. He needs to come in, he needs to score, and he needs to be free to do what the heck he wants. Last night's game was a big game for him to get off of his slump. Last night, and I believe tomorrow night against Orlando, which is a bad team, he's going to contribute more and more than what he has before. So kudos to him. And give a shout out to Obi Toppin, who's looking light years better than he was last year. I think that he found his confidence. He's getting a rhythm. Him and Julius look really good together. Julius playing the 4 and Obi Toppin playing the 5. I love it. The only caveat I have about last night is with Thibs. Thibs, come on, bro. You're up 31 points. Why is our best player and our most valuable player, Julius Randle, still in the game? Bro, please, let's give it up. Let's, get him ready for Sunday and the rest of the season. This is the second game of the season versus Orlando Tibbs. The NBA 75th anniversary team. 25 players were added to the previous 50 players of the decade, of the century, or whatever you want to call it. Who cares? Now, there was some debate all over Twitter, all over the sports talk about who was left out. Shannon Sharpe and Skip Bayless talked about the snub of the Dwight Howard. And this was what Shannon had to say about Dwight Howard.
Dwight Howard's resume. Are you telling me Reggie Miller was a better player at his peak than Dwight Howard? No, he was not. He was not. No, he was not. Patrick Ewing at his peak was not a better peak player than Dwight Howard. He was not.
Was Reggie Miller?
That's right. Shannon had the gall to actually compare the great Patrick Ewing's career with Dwight Howard's. Now I had to look this up to see for myself. Did Dwight Howard have better statistical years at his peak than Patrick Ewing? Looking at the statistics, Dwight Howard never scored more than 22 points per game in his whole NBA career. Patrick Ewing, in the peak of his career, averaged 28.6 points per game in the 1990 season. Patrick Ewing played 16 years to Dwight's 17 years in the league, but Patrick leads statistically in blocks, assists, points, and steals. Now, we know Dwight Howard is a rebounding monster. He was a defensive specialist, 8-time defensive specialist, NBA champion that he won with the Lakers as a role player. Shannon Sharpe basically was just helping his man LeBron out in the GOAT argument. Because if you diminish Patrick Ewing, who played against Michael Jordan for a decade, and lost to him, and you say that he wasn't as good as Dwight Howard, whom went up against LeBron, and we remember to go on to the finals where they lost to Kobe Bryant's Lakers. Shannon Sharpe is basically still trying to protect LeBron's legacy. And he's doing it by trying to diminish the talent that Michael Jordan beat. As a Knicks fan, I'm not trying to be biased. I love me some Patrick Ewing. I became a Knicks fan because of Patrick Ewing. But this disingenuous argument that at Patrick Ewing's peak, he didn't have a better season than Dwight Howard, this is absolutely ludicrous and a lie. Dwight was dominant, I'll give him that, but that's all he was. He was dominant, but he had no skills, and he played with a lot of more talent than Patrick Ewing has ever did. Now, speaking of Dwight Howard, what's going on with the mess with the Lakers? Like that. All right, let's pump our brakes now. The Lakers are 0-2, but we know they have a ticket to the finals, okay? So I'm not gonna be that fan that's gonna be like, okay, we think that the Lakers are going to fall off the face of the earth just because of this 0-2 start. Now, last night was an embarrassment. Lakers played the Suns last night and were getting blown off their own home court. It got so bad where Melo wanted to fight JaMale McGee, AD wanted to fight Dwight, and Rondo's trying to fight a fan. The point of the matter is this: the Lakers have too much ego on that one team. When you have players who are older and want the behinds kiss, it's going to be hard to get team chemistry with that team. It's going to be hard to have people to play their quote-unquote role when they've been the man on teams their whole career. Now the Lakers should be disgusted with themselves. Not for the play, not for what people are saying, but with themselves. They play no defense. They are horrible. Like, there is nothing going on this team where they're even putting an effort out on defense. It's only 0-2. They'll get it together eventually. I know that the expectations are really, really high for this team, and we're gonna have to wait and see in the long run to see what will go down. Thank you for this video. Hope you like and subscribe. Hopefully, going to do more of these in the future, talking Knicks, talking about other things, trying to add something new to the sports sphere. You know me as CP the Artist. I thank you. Like and subscribe. Let's see where this goes. Thank you for the support, and have a blessed and wonderful weekend.